I was invited to go on this humanitarian trip. And we went to Turkey first, and we got to study abroad as well with the Turkish American Society. And this is a little funny story while we were there. We were there for 2 weeks, and we were immersed in learning Turkish and all about culture and all those things. And we went to a World Cup football match.
Ooh.
And it was Turkey against England.
Oh, jeez.
Holy honk. Holy honk. That was an experience inside of itself, right? So World football matches, and it was a World Cup, by the way, or preliminaries or something like that. And so we were like, do we sit on the Turkish side or do we sit on the English side? Because we look more English, but we're here serving the Turks. What do we do? So we sat right on the border of both of them. And when you walk in to the game, they check everything. They take everything that could be used as what they call a missile.
Oh, throwing stuff.
Throwing stuff.
Gotcha.
So everything you could think of that would be used as a missile, they took away. And I'm totally off topic. I apologize.
No,
but this
fine.
gets me to where I'm going still. And so we sat, and there was their military sitting right next to us. Like, we had military with their AK-50, whatever they're called, AK-47s, right? All in their riot gear, sitting right next to us. And we're British here and Turks on the other side.
Oh, jeez.
So it's not, if memory serves, the game was probably not even maybe 15 minutes into it, and all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. And we see like things flying ahead, and we're like ducking. And my group, I was the only medical person in this whole group. The other ones were like archaeologists and things like that. And they're all ducking and all this stuff. And then the military is like, okay, everybody, and you can hear them over the speakers saying, you know, we have to call a break on the game until everyone calms the hell down and all this stuff. And people start rioting and freaking the heck out. And people start leaving the stadium, and I see blood. Ding, 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 ding. You know, the firefighter in me, the medic in me comes out. And I'm like, where's the blood? Where's the blood? So I follow this trail, and I see this guy sitting on the stands with his head down and his hands covered over his eye. And I'm like, oh. And he has a British flag wrapped around him. So I go over and I say, hey, I'm American. Can I help you? He's like, and he lifts his head up, and he's just got blood gushing. And I'm like, I'm a medic. I'm going to nursing school. What can I do to help you? And his friends are like, something bad happened. So I said, let me see. And he put his hand down, and eyeball.
Oh, no.
Hanging on his cheek. So I'm like, okay, we got to get a cup and some tape. And so I kind of had to jerry-rig everything. I didn't know what I was doing. And so I just found a solo cup kind of a thing, put it over his eye, and got some, tore off some of his shirt and made a little cover for his eye, right, to keep his eye in. And we started walking out of the stadium. And I says, we need to go down to the team's quarters so that we can get you taken care of and get you to the hospital. So as we're down walking, and the stadium's up here with seating, and we're walking down behind, going over to the team's area, and people were throwing stuff down at them, and I'm like, we need to take your flag off and hide that, because you're a target for the Turks to be throwing things at you. So we did, but not before we got all these cameras and press coming up to us, taking pictures of us, you know, and all these things. No. Crazy. I was like, what the heck is going on? This is silly. Go into the what do you call them?
Locker room?
The locker room. Thank you. Got to their team, doctors and everything, and they're like, yeah, we get to get him to the hospital. So I rode with him into the ambulance. We went over there. They got him all taken care of and all of that stuff. And in the meantime, when I was waiting in the waiting room over at the hospital, the Turkish British ambassador came over and found me and said, thank you so much. We appreciate all the things that you did. What are you here for? And I told him, we're here for humanitarian and, you know, work abroad stuff. And he's like, well, I would like to invite you to our gala, and I would love you to be their ambassador for this event to help, you know, bring about some change and things. Because the Persian Gulf War was going on at this time, and everyone thought that I was crazy. I'm normally a fiery redhead. until I got
No,
gray
it all
hair.
makes
So
sense.
does that help you?
That makes a lot more sense.
Okay, so the ginger in me was
Gotcha.
like, sure, bring it on.
Respect's like. I got you.
Yeah. And while everyone else is running away, the firefighter medic in me runs towards it, right? So
Yeah.
so that's where I kind of started doing the humanitarian work. It was my thing. And I realized about myself that I run towards what other people fear. And I'm not afraid. And I react very well to trauma and crises. And working in the emergency room and on an ambulance, it's not scary to me. So if I can do that in these war-torn areas where people are afraid or they have a bad sense of who Americans are, if I can change that in some small way, bring it on. Yeah.
I like that.
So, and we're so blessed here in America. We are absolutely blessed with so much. We have our problems, absolutely, but we are also very blessed. And people who have not had the opportunity to travel overseas and experience life, don't go stay in the 5-star hotel. Go and live with the people. Don't go to where everyone else goes. Go and see the sights.
I genuinely believe that would solve a lot of problems in this country. Is if people had to go to different places and see how everybody else is getting it done, because we are very blessed here, especially here in Salt Lake. This has to be one of the best in the entire world.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. They should call the whole state Happy Valley, not just Salt Lake. You know.
Yeah.
Because seriously, it's a wonderful place to live, and
We are 20 minutes from the best mountains, seriously, in the world.
in the world.
Yeah.
Don't tell it too loud.
You're
We
right.
don't want
I'm
everyone
sorry.
to keep coming here.
We need the Californians to stop.
Utah sucks. Don't move here. Don't move here. Stay home.
That's your public service announcement from Alec.